The Red Death and the Batman Who Laughs. Two new villainous characters in the DC universe who threaten to destroy the very core of what we know about the Caped Crusader and his fellow Justice League members. But today, rather than just discuss these new characters, we're diving into hypothetical land and pinning the two together for a fight. Who would win? Let us know your pick with either hashtag Red Death or hashtag Batman Who Laughs in those comments below. I'm Kelly Pally and this is Versus, a series we do on our channel where we take your favorite superhero and villain characters and throw them into a battle with one another. Before we get into the thick of it, let's start off this versus by breaking down who these two characters are. If you haven't been keeping up to date or are unaware of what the Dark Knight's Metal story arc is, here's the gist of it. So, these two are both from the Dark Multiverse, a multiverse that exists beneath the regular DC multiverse that we've become accustomed to since its introduction back in the Silver Age. In the story, Flash of Two Worlds, from the Flash issue 123 back in 1961. But let's go back a little bit, or a lot, to the creation of time. That's when the Dark Multiverse came to be, but it was previously known as the Forge of Worlds, in which one of two siblings tasked with monitoring creation lived, known as the Forger. Forger created a dragon that would destroy unstable worlds so that its energy would return to the Forge of Worlds to create new things, who would later become known as Barbados, lusted for destruction and killed the Forger. Flash forward to Dark Knight's Metal. Present day. Barbados decides he wants to destroy the regular multiverse, and decides to pick a fight with Batman to do so. It's a bit more complex than that, but for the sake of fitting everything into one video, we'll give you the Cole's Notes version. Barbados plucked agents, his Dark Knights, to help him achieve this, from various worlds in the Dark Multiverse. And these Dark Knights are all variations of Batman who have gone through their own traumatic shit. Let's take a look at the Red Death. The Red Death came to be when Batman of Earth -52 had lost all of his Robins, leading Bruce to seek a more extreme resolution to prevent the crimes that he thought he wasn't fast enough to stop. Becoming obsessed with becoming faster, naturally he set his sights on the Flash, under the impression that he would be able to control the Speed Force better than the Flash could. So the two merged, unwillingly of course. And the Batman Who Laughs? Well, his origin story answers the question of what would happen if Bruce Wayne hit his breaking point, if the Joker ever successfully broke the Dark Knight. On his home on Earth -22, the Joker got a bit more out of control than usual, and had drugged and restrained Bruce, forcing him to watch as he destroyed Gotham. That destruction included leveling hospitals, killing other villains, and horrifically murdering Jim Gordon, all while Bruce had no choice but to witness these atrocities. Then the Joker starts murdering adults in front of their children in Crime Alley, and Jokerizing them, setting the kids loose on Gotham. So Batman snaps, beats the crap out of the Joker, and then breaks his foe's neck. Little did he know that there was an advanced toxin inside of the Joker's body that was released when he killed him, and Bruce inhaled it, which Jokerized him. He then went on a massive killing spree, killing all of the other heroes in the Justice League, and on Earth, and turning his Robins into a wild pack of minions. Now that you know who's who, let's move on to abilities. The Red Death essentially has all of the powers that the Flash does, paired with the intellect of Bruce Wayne. This has led to the Red Death being able to generate more complex Speed Force constructs, command-activated nanotech that's powered and fueled by the Speed Force energy he gives off, and he's also capable of rapid fabrication, which, since he thinks as fast as he moves, allows for tremendous skill and hand-eye coordination, thus making him capable of fabricating impressive technological feats within seconds, such as creating and building complicated nanoware. His one weakness though? His power is mildly unstable. After fusing in the Speed Force with the Flash, Bats is forced to share his consciousness with him, and the Flash is constantly trying to break free. On top of all that, at times the Speed Force will momentarily cause Bruce to disintegrate. Moving on to the Batman Who Laughs, the full extent of his abilities are, well, unknown. That being said, we do know a few things. As of this recording, that is. The Batman Who Laughs is an amalgamation of Bruce Wayne and the Joker, so to speak, meaning he has the genius-level intellect and superior conditioning of Batman, along with the insanity and unhinged sociopath mind of the Joker, the unstoppable force and the immovable object, combined. We also know that the Batman Who Laughs has the ability to manipulate a takeover of Gotham. During the Gotham Resistance storylines, he gave cards of cosmic metallurgy to some of Batman's rogue gallery, which allowed those villains to alter reality, meaning he too is likely capable of that. He also seems to have the ability to Jokerize others, with his subordinates like Dark Multiverse Damian Wayne from Earth -22 also having that power. So this mysterious dark figure has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, plus the ear of Barbados, who he serves. Being entirely unhinged and having a complete lack of morality, there seems to be no limit to what the Batman Who Laughs will do. And finally, on to the fight. The Red Death could easily defeat most superheroes. The amalgamation of the Flash and the Speed Force meets the superior genius intellect of Bruce Wayne leaves the Red Death with a massive amount of power to draw from. From an objective standpoint, Taking into account of what we currently already know about the Batman Who Laughs, it's arguable that on abilities alone the Red Death could potentially defeat him. But can the Red Death think fast enough to counter the unpredictability of the Batman Who Laughs? The Batman Who Laughs also seems to have some sort of cosmic mastery, if the cards he's been dealing out to other Gothamites are of his creation. It's hard to determine exactly who would win in a fight between these two, mainly because the full extent of the Batman Who Laughs' powers are still, as of this recording, unknown to us. Although the Batman Who Laughs has killed a Flash before. In the panel that appears a week after Bruce wages his war against Earth on Earth -22, he's knocked out all of the members of the Justice League, with the Flash appearing dead in the corner of the panel with the elongated man's body twisted around his neck and limbs. And on top of that, we've seen on multiple occasions throughout comic history that Bruce has backup plans. He's been prepared to take on members of the Justice League and bring them to their end in the past, as a worst case scenario initiative. So one could argue that despite being supercharged with Bruce's intellect, the Red Death may still have the same kinds of weaknesses that Bruce could prey on. Whereas Bruce, even being ultimately prepared, has yet to ever devise a plan to defeat the Joker, beyond flat out killing him. Joker's will always finds a way. So that unpredictability and ambiguous nature may elude the Red Death in battle. And that unpredictability is just too strong of a factor to ignore. There's a reason why Barbados chose the Batman Who Laughs to lead his Dark Knights, and that's why he's the winner of this battle. Alright, there we have it, friends. Who do you think should have won? Do you agree with our pick? Let us know in those comments below, with either hashtag Batman Who Laughs or hashtag The Red Death. If you dug this video, show us some love by hitting those like and subscribe buttons, and hey, maybe check out one of our other nerdy vids on our channel, like the ones in our top 10 versus playlist flashing on your screen right now. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I've been Kelly Pally, and this is Top 10 Nerd. Catch you all in the next one.